EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Here's Demir Bird to return from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And complete to Drake London. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Falcons at 5-7 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
Now on 2nd and 13, Pickett. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he gets it down to the 32. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pickett.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Kenny Pickett
doing it himself from 9 yards out.
And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Falcons 0.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on third down, Watson. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Coleman will try up the middle. And some room to work. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And some room to run now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Pickett back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes on the clock. Second quarter. 7-0 ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
Completes it to Austin. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They'll look to throw here.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Harris running straight ahead. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll run again with Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. hand this off to Harris. And a short gain down to about the 33.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Open man here is Gentry. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
136 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Drops it off for Coleman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Maybe a free play for Watson. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Steelers 23, Falcons nothing. Chris Boswell.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Watson. This one grabbed by A.J. Green.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On the counter, here's Coleman.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
We have played 3 quarters. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Watson.
This pass is caught by London. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll spot Hurd open left side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
On 2nd and very short, Watson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jalen Hurd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now Pickett.
And he finds Austin complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Watson off play action. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Tremendous read. And
to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
Hitting London coming across the field.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
now you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A give to Harris.
And able to get this to the 31.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Charles, why didn't he just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On third down, here's Harris.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 164 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time